here with my sister and my brother. We got a lot of explaining to do, but first and foremost, I'm gonna just introduce you guys to Ariana. She's 20 years old? No? 19 years old, but she's gonna turn 20. And this is Luis, my older brother. He's 26, right?
Yeah, 26.
Okay, okay. Make sure that you use the microphone also.
Yeah,
Like that.
26.
Like that.
Like this. Like this, okay.
So,
no?
so we finally got the opportunity to meet each other. Just to give you guys also like a little PSA, there's like two more. We also have Leonidas and Cielo. So shout out to them also, but they are not here. They're also like a little bit younger. They don't, have the knowledge of speaking English. So for me, it's very difficult to communicate with that part of my family because I can only speak English. We're just gonna start off with the beginning. So now it's in the right order. I didn't even look at it, but like so. First, my brother came, and you maybe want to do your story when you were born, like exactly.
Okay, well, my dad was a football player. So when my mom was pregnant, we went to Argentina to be with my dad because he have a team there. So I born there. So I am half Argentinian and half Peruvian. So yeah, but most of my life I was in Peru. So I can say I'm more Peruvian than Argentinian. Just papers. But yeah, just that.
Okay, so afterwards I came into this beautiful world, and it's already like from 2003 ago that I was born. So he was also a soccer player, and guess how it worked out. So he had my mom here, and they met each other at like a salsa bar, I think it was. And a couple of years later, there was me, Elias. So I was born here and raised by my mother and my stepfather. I always had my stepfather in the picture, but never like my biological father. But they had the luck that they actually can say like, yeah, my father was like most of the times in their lives. So that's a very big blessing. Like I already told in one of my previous video, I much rather have like the thing that they have the father, and it's only me than just four other children and not have the father, but I have it. So it was a little sacrifice I had to make subconsciously because I had no choice in it. But anyway, so then we have Ariana, and they both come from the same mother. So yeah, we're just gonna keep it simple right now. But yeah,
Yeah.
introduce yourself, Ariana, please.
Okay, so I was born in 2006, and yeah, I'm 19 now, and I don't know what else to say. Thank you.
She was a little nervous.
Yeah,
But
she's a
yeah,
little bit nervous and also the emotional one of us three. So
too much
yeah,
emotion.
yeah, but she's already in an emotional.
But
No, 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 okay, okay.
because of her that we could make this happen. Because it's not like I didn't care about Elias, but I was more like my life and all that. I was a kid, so I was not very conscious about it, and never crossed my mind so to like, oh, why I don't text Elias. So, but always think about him. Like, always they told me to pray, and always like in my prayings, I was like, take care of my sister, take care of Elias, even that I don't know him of nothing. But yeah, Elias happened. Then my dad and my mom was separated in that time. But when Ariana comes, it's like my dad and my mother come along again. So Ariana come to this world.
Yeah, Ariana was born. So yeah, for me it was a little bit of a different story because I've always had my mother behind me, and she always said like, if you want to know your brothers and sister, and she also like showed them a lot, especially Luis, because Luis was also making a little bit of a modeling career earlier on in life when you had like, I think it was my age, but you were my age now, so you were like 20, 21, 22. And I saw the pictures, but for me it was like an opposite feeling, maybe because of like a little bit of envy and jealousy, because I was like, I first of all, I don't know them, and I felt like there was no attention towards me. Little bit of anger, I don't know how you want to tell it's something that I regret having, because I'm now here with my brother and sister. I'm like, I love them. We are we are lookalikes. We all like the same stuff. We're built in the same way, same characteristics, all that stuff. So I was too hypocritical, I think you can call it. So yeah, but now I'm very glad that they are here. And also we need to give the credits to Ariana, because especially she reached out to me and said like, yeah, we need to meet up, and you're my brother, I want to meet you, I want to know you better, you never know what's going to come in life. So when we have the opportunity, could you like maybe
At
meet
first, I
us?
was like very nervous because I think that maybe if I text you, you would not answer, and I was like, I don't know if I should take text Elias, and I remember it was on September, I think, and I said like, fuck,
Fuck it.
I'm going to text him, and if he answered me, it's fine, and if he's not answered me, it's fine. So yeah, here we are.
Yeah. Well, the thing that also too, like, we have that a little doubt about texting him too, because we know that the relationship him with him, my dad, wasn't the best, or there wasn't any relation, and we knew from Elias that he didn't want to know about nothing about my dad. He is very understandable because of all the things that my dad done and never be present in my brother's life. So in my mind, was like, maybe he didn't care about us. Like, also, like, he don't want to know about us either. After my sister talked to him, Elias gave us a positive response, and my sister started talking with him, and then I start to talk with Elias too, and that was very nice because we start building a connection that we never had before, just like that, and was very nice because it felt very
Fulfilled.
yeah, fulfilled and fluent in a very nice way between the three of us,
Yeah, my father is also now here. He decided for himself, because the plan initially was that only them were gonna come here to Belgium, and it was his promise that he made towards them, like, if you want to meet your brother in Belgium, and I will help you guys to get there, But eventually he came with them, but they kept their words by saying, like, especially Louis, he said like, I'm gonna make sure that you don't meet him. For me, it was also like, maybe if there was a little bit more of preparation where I could mentally prepare myself, meeting my father, that it would be like a different situation. But with all due respect, like, you can imagine that if you were like, literally like left behind for 22 years almost, and he never even reached out to you in any ways, only like maybe Skype, or sometimes, yeah, he would call my mother in the middle of the night because there's a 6 hour time difference. And yeah, other than that, I never heard anything of him. When it was my birthday, there was no present, no happy birthday, nothing. I felt like abandoned some way, so it was very difficult. But like they said, it's very good that we are now here, and that we are, in Belgium we would say like, twee handen op één buik. It means like we are very, we like the same stuff. We are on the same page. We are on the same page, on the same level. They understand me, I understand them, and that's why we are now here doing our stories. Because I think it's also, we can agree on the fact that we all have a different vision. Because you're older, your parents had like, yeah, a different situation, or a even more complicated situation. And I cannot really remember it, other than the fact that he would sometimes call when I was like, when I was little until like 12 years old. He would constantly call my mother, but maybe had some drinks and all that stuff. So in that way, not in a kind way. For Ariana, it's then also a different story, because she's younger, and she's like literally 6 years difference between those two. So she will probably remember not as much, or maybe even experience it in a heavier way, if they would have like an argument, the parents, or I don't know, whatever it was that they had to deal with when they were in Peru. Let's say our father is not a bad person, but he made some stupid decisions in the past, and was maybe not even thinking too much about what it would do to us three as siblings.
I always felt about that like very sad, because if my dad had the intention that we can connect from a very young age, I think it would be a different story, you know.
Mhm.
Even like if not is not seeing each other, because I suppose it's not easy, but you know, letting us talk to you, even like message and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and introduce you in our lives. No, it's like I don't like the fact that he left you behind, because I hate that. I always how do I
Maybe
say
he
that?
don't doesn't done that like because he's like a bad person, because I know he loves Elias as
Mm,
much like he loves us, but I think my dad was focusing more in other stuff than he
mm,
forget about Elias, and that is very bad. No, I know he wasn't having that kind of intention with Elias, because like I said, he loved him as much he loves us, so because he's his son, and obviously my dad regret all that bad behavior that he have and want to do things right now. You know, he's 50 years old, so he tried to enter again Elias' life and listen to him, talk to him, but also he needs to understand that
it's not easy.
it's not easy, even for from Elias, that to make him enter his life, because Elias is just it's a process. So my dad needs to be patient in Elias' time. That one day he will be able to talk with him and um, give the hand and talk about their problems, the difference, and suddenly have a good relationship like we have with our dad. So
Mm.
it's something that I talk with Ariana and my dad, that he needs to be patient. You know,
Yeah, because he cannot like just appear and say hello. No, a long time no see. It's not like
like
that.
everything is
So
fine.
yeah, he needs to understand it's not easy. I put myself in your position, and I'll be like, oh, mad too, and I'm mad. I don't know, disappointed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Obviously
think
it was
disappointed is a
probably
better word.
nice, like in the beginning, like I was alone, so
Mm.
even when I was the first one, so knowing that I have a brother out there and didn't meet him right now, I can think about it because I'm old and I more conscious about my thoughts, and so I'm like, shit. I imagine that one day Elias, when we were kids, Elian coming to Peru in for Christmas or something like that,
Mm.
and be with him like all the vacations. So I imagine all the stuff. It would be very nice to have him very early in my life. But yeah, if things went this way, and well, it's okay. We don't can't change the past, but I'm grateful that now, even it's not late to wasn't late to make that connection with Elias. So I'm very happy about it. I'm not very expressive guy about my feelings or hey oh, but inside in my way, I'm very happy that finally I have my brother in my life, and
Yeah, me
yeah,
too.
grateful
Because
with life. You know, grateful.
yeah, and because I always grew like listen your name, Elias, Elias, Elias. It's like
Yeah.
you will always. I always heard your name in my life, and I was like, I need to meet my brother. I cannot live like this anymore. So yeah, I'm very happy that we are together now, and I hope that we will see again in another time.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's actually like I think this is like one of the biggest blessings, and I wouldn't expect it because like even like me from a year ago would say like no, I'm never gonna meet them because like what is the value of it? What is in it for me if I meet them because they are literally my blood, but you never shared anything with them, only like the father, just literally the father because it's the same blood. But other than that, we never shared the same table, the same house, same hobbies or whatever it is. But now I'm very grateful that I said yes because in the beginning, yeah, eventually I was doubting if I was gonna say yes because of course I only see like the social media and all that stuff, and I know that from the past a lot of people tried to get in contact with me from Peru, which I didn't like because you know I didn't know their intentions and I didn't know what they want from me because eventually if they're talking to me in some way, or I was always thinking like they want something from me, because why would they care about me? I'm just here in Belgium living my own life. It's a whole different world here in Belgium than in Peru. And yeah, but now I'm very, very happy that I'm here right now. So thank you guys for coming out here. And also, like, I'm planning also on coming back to Peru, but we're gonna have to see how we're gonna do that, because first of all, it's gonna be probably me alone in Peru. So in either way, I have to take some years to learn the language, because I don't want to be there like a fucking foreigner and not know any Spanish when most of the Peruvian people cannot speak English.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's something that we're gonna have to figure out. But it's gonna be crazy for me, because I don't know how you guys feel about meeting my mother, for example, or my sister. Do you feel like maybe like a little connection? Because I don't know if I would feel something if I see the people in Peru. Maybe like Mama Princi,
Eh,
different story, you know.
yeah, your mom. I can say I was a little nervous about meeting your mom because obviously a lot of things happen, but I never feel I have any bad feelings. I was like very nervous, and when I meet your mother, I feel a very nice. I don't know, good intention from her. A very nice person, so I feel much comfortable with your mom, and now I have the chance to spend more time, talk more, and I don't know. It was the feeling was very great. Very great, and uh, believe me, if I spend more time with your mom, your sister, I will have fun. I will have fun.
For sure. Yeah, and like maybe a little bit more personal, but I want to also dive into the topic of growing up kind of like without a father figure, or not full-time father figure, or maybe just even the fact that the parents are not together. Like because I see a lot of people. I also had one guy in my comment section, and he said like, my parents are going through divorce right now, and you are keeping me afloat. You are making sure that my day is still okay and everything, because I just see you and I know like, okay, this guy's going through some stuff. I can also do it. Like, how did you deal with the fact that father was doing some stupid stuff back then and not paying too much attention? Because let's face it, we are like all around the range of 20, and Cielo and Leonidas, I think it's like 10 and 12, something like that.
Six.
16.
Cielo just turned 16.
Oh, she's okay.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
older already. Sorry,
Yeah, yeah.
sorry, Cielo.
So Leonidas is the youngest one. He's 11
11.
years
Yeah.
old.
How did you deal with the fact that he was maybe not that present? Like, how did it make you a person?
Uh, like I said, I was very unconscious about everything. Obviously, when my dad separated, was hard, but I didn't feel too much because I don't know. I always received love from my mom, obviously, because I was always with her, and from my dad. But obviously, in the side of my dad, he wasn't present because of his job, his work, and all that. I really feel bad about it in my childhood because it was like, hey, I'm going to train, but football that was my favorite is my favorite sport, and I want to be a football player. But my dad wasn't present. He was like, I don't know, another city playing and all that. So all these years I was blaming him too much about why you weren't in my life like this, like I wanted to, like my father, like be there with me. So I really feel a lot of bad emotions about that. But one day I just decided to let go of this feeling because I saw my dad now with Leonidas, for example. He's behind him, like going to training, pick him up, living in the training, more present in his life. So most of people will say why he's like this and why he wasn't like this with me when I was a child. So there's a lot of negative thoughts about it, but now I'm just like somehow glad about my dad making now better decisions than before. So yeah, I'm just very happy to have my dad and my mom. So even that they are not together, and well, now watching my dad more carefully and see that he have some mistakes, or but I think he's doing better. He's 15 years old, so in this age he's very different. He's very emotional, very sensitive, and somehow I'm glad that he's going in the right path right now. Even that he's human, so he will still making mistakes, but I think that now he's more conscious about his actions.
Yeah, so it's a valid point that you got there because I was at first I never thought of it that way. I think it was a little bit of denial also, but the more and more I was thinking about everything because you guys are texting me and everything is just coming so close to me, whatever happened in the past, and I was like thinking like, was I maybe a accident, or was it like my mother wanted me actually like for 100 or 200%, or and my father was just like, yeah, I like her, but yeah, whatever comes from it, I don't mind. Like the point I want to get to is like I always had the feeling like I was just not meant to be here. Especially when I heard that I also had a sister, and I didn't even know about Cielo and Leonidas. So that was actually like the more crazy part. So yeah, it's crazy, and also like from three different mothers. Yeah.
Yeah, the same. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. You two
you-
from the same mother,
Yes.
and then Cielo and Leonidas from the same.
different
No,
mothers,
Yeah,
different
different
mothers.
mothers.
different, and also me. So yeah, it's a whole like a whole clusterfuck. Like it doesn't make sense. Like how did we end up here, and how did we meet 20 years later, even after like living our own lives for like almost like one fourth of our whole life. But yeah, how you felt about that situation, because maybe you had it maybe even harder, and thought like, yeah, you were born, and then Cielo Leonidas also different father, and for you it was like really close. How did you feel about it? Did you feel like they looked after you, or felt like it was just like, I'm just another child?
Yeah, I always felt like that. Like even with my father, it was never present in my childhood, and I don't remember.
Yeah.
Okay, so but I felt bad when obviously I think I was a child. So when I discovered I have a sister, I discovered my dad told me about her when she was like 10 years, and all that time, for example, I didn't even know that she exists. So at one part I was angry because I always thought that I was the only girl. So then I feel sad because I said, maybe if I met her, I would like to had my sister when she was, a baby or some
Grow
things
up
like that.
together. Yeah.
Yes, grow up
Yeah, the
together.
same.
Mm-hmm.
The same with Elias. Me with Elias.
Yeah.
I can imagine we playing like a kids, fighting,
Yeah.
running from there here.
Yeah.
I don't know, getting our ass whooped. But yeah, yeah, that's very sad because we couldn't have the experience, all of us, to
Mm,
well, I have the blessed to with Ariana to grow up together and have a wonderful time growing up together. But I imagine with Elias, with Cielo, with Leonidas, all growing the
together.
same.
Yes.
It would have been beautiful. It's who don't want to have all your brother together and growing up and having all the stories we want, experience we want.
Even if it's not together, it's like, even talking
Yeah,
and sending messages and things like that.
No hard feelings, just literally whatever happened in our lives. If you look at it from that, you see that our father eventually redeemed himself. He made himself a better person, and he also got rid of the bad habits that he had. For me, sometimes I have something inside of me. It could be many things, maybe like being a little bit toxic when it comes to having a boyfriend, that in your case having a boyfriend, or in our case having a girlfriend. And I am now happily together with my girlfriend for already a year and 2 months today as we are speaking. Yeah,
you're
very
you're,
beautiful,
you're wonderful,
wonderful
beautiful
girlfriend. Yes,
girlfriend.
beautiful girlfriend.
Yeah, don't
But
forget about that,
yeah,
man.
exactly. But I was always like not believing in love, because look at what the father did. You know, he was like, one wife is not enough. One, two, Cielo Leonidas, three. Who knows? You know, I'm not gonna bring everything out here. That's not for us to judge about. But what is to judge about is the fact that we are his blood. We had maybe initially the same characteristics. I don't trust real love. It doesn't exist. I just want to have couple because that's safer. If one goes, I don't care. I can go something else. You know.
Uh, I get hurt too much in love. I was very um, like we say now, girls don't like good guys. You know, very good guys.
Nice guys always finish last. Yeah.
Get bored. So I had that experience too many times that oh, I'm the guy with the flowers and all that. Hey, I'm not interested anymore and leave me behind. So I think I'm like this because I more like to protect myself about my feelings. You know, I'm very a deep person, a very sensitive person, emotional person that I'm afraid that my feelings get hurt. So sometimes I just very superficial, like. But I think it's more for myself that I don't want to be with anyone very easily, like open myself too easily. No, if I met some, I would love to fall in love and meet someone, and I saw all the things that my dad done. You know, so in my head, I'm like, I'm not going to make the same mistakes that my dad. You know, if I'm alone, I can be with whatever I want, any girls I want. There's no problem. I'm single, so taking care of myself, I can be okay like it without hurting nobody because I don't want to hurt nobody. But obviously, if I'm engaged or with someone very serious, I will not going to hurt her. You know, I just think about my mom also, also my sister that I want no one to hurt them in any ways. So in my head, well, my dad is done this. I'm not him. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to be the man and respect my wife, my girlfriend, and all that. So I have the things right in my head. If I'm alone, I can have fun. That's it. That's cool. You are not hurting nobody. But if I'm a girlfriend, I need to be serious about it. So if I'm with someone, I'm going to be that man that I'm not going to like hurt her or cheat or do all that stuff because it's not good, you know. So that is my point of view. That's how I feel. So yeah.
I love my girlfriend, but still because of what happened and my father, how he behaved himself, I'm still like sometimes afraid that she will leave me, which is like a normal feeling. But yeah, it's I think whenever we are together with someone, coming from whatever we went through, I think we can never have like 100% certainty because some people they truly have it. The people who have their parents still together and you know it's just a normal family, one mom, one dad, and just the children beneath, and they can maybe truly believe in like, oh yeah, we're gonna be together forever. But I think you also have some problems with the fact that you are scared, not even boyfriends, but like that some people would leave you behind, like scared of them just thinking like, ah, fuck, I don't care about you anymore, just go and fuck off.
Yeah, for me it's the same. Also, it's like um, even if boys text me, it's like I never answer, or even if I talk with someone, then if I see something weird or I don't know something small change, it's like I'm afraid that maybe that person, even if it's a boy or even a friend, even a person, it's like I'm afraid that they leave me. So yeah, I think maybe that is something that
Because of all the things that my dad done, they say when you this maybe your children will suffer
yeah,
your bad
something
actions.
like that.
So she's saying like because all the decision or the bad action that my dad done, maybe that all that stuff can hurt her with I don't know with
Return to
us
me.
meeting
Yeah.
someone or something like that. Of
So yeah.
course.
Yeah, of course it's normal because you learn everything in your head is based off of what you've been through in the past. Even if you got cheated on once and the girl you're dating right now or boy is the nicest person you'll ever be, you will always think like there's gonna happen something. you're
Yeah.
basing yourself off of whatever happened once in your life. It's difficult, yeah,
Yeah,
but
that
you need to.
happened to me. Even if I start liking someone because I'm not all cold heart, sometimes I just feel for someone. I always have that feeling in deep inside that I don't know if I see something weird about her action or something. It must be that she just lose interest about me. So
Exactly.
I always have that deep inside. I cannot
Yeah.
help with that. Maybe a lot of persons suffer that. You know.
And maybe it's also like some way you can make it into something positive by the fact that because we don't feel enough, we will always fight for more, and we will always want to be better. We will go to the gym because we want to make ourselves worth something. We will maybe show ourselves on social media, because the funny part is, like, I've never looked after them before we had contact, but my sister is active on social media. He's also active on social media, and like even on TikTok, he has like 50,000 subscribers and all that stuff. I don't know for her, but like the point I'm trying to get to is it's a similarity. And why is it? Because we always want some validation a little bit. We post, we want validation. It doesn't have to be from the opposite gender. It could also be like just the fact that the thing that keeps me alive right now or grinding is the fact that we were going to swim. We went to swim, and the people were recognizing me and saying like, "Bro, you're so inspirational. You're doing a good job." That's how I know like I'm doing good, because the only thing that I missed out on was the fact that I could never tell like, ah, yeah, my father is gonna pick me up from school. Ah, my father is gonna go with me to football, because I also never played football in my life. And why was it? Because it reminded me too much of him. I didn't want to become like him because he left me behind and couldn't care about me. So why would I be like, why would I want to make him proud in that way? Like, oh yeah, he's just like me. He's doing good, and maybe even go pro. You never know. But I always avoided just doing those things. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but like you always want to grind so hard. She's also becoming a flight attendant. She's gonna be away from home so many times. He's also doing a fucking good job working at a clothing store, which is like an international brand, H&M. You guys will know it. In
Yeah.
Peru, it's fucking nice because the guys there, they make like less than normal. So if you have an international brand, they pay you out good. He's settled, he can do
Yeah.
whatever he wants. She can in the future also do whatever she wants. That's the point. If they wouldn't come from there, maybe where would they ended up? If father would have been there, they would maybe be like happy with just a normal paycheck there, or below average paycheck. I don't know. Like, how you feel about that?
She too quickly for her. Like,
Too
when
quick.
she-
It was too. It was too quick to.
Yeah,
It was too quick to process. But like, but like, but like, yeah. For you, you can also say it. Like, is there something that you noticed? Like, nobody needed to watch, or maybe some people, social media doesn't matter. But like, you were doing something because you just didn't feel good enough for yourself. You were never satisfied with the way you looked, and you were just like, no, I need to be better. So that maybe you can finally look at me and just say like, you know what, I'm proud of you, or I don't know.
Yeah. Well, for me, my personal like is I never. Well, it's I don't know when I stop reaching my goal to be a football player. I always feel that I am not enough because it was one of my dreams to be a football player. So I feel a lot of emotion when I don't know look football. I even when I play football between my friends now at this age, I feel like bad because sometimes I just end the game like sad or frustrated because I like
You knew what you could have been.
yes, I know because and I always blame my dad. I always blame my dad because it was like oh, my dad wasn't there for me. He couldn't help me, that. But also, it was my fault because it was I needed to make the effort to go up there and chase my dream. But I have this problem that I think that everything going come here to me and say, "Hey, Luis, you want to play in Real Madrid? Yeah, with Cristiano Ronaldo." Oh, yeah, that was my mindset in that moment. So now that I'm training at the gym, that I feel that helped me a lot, and just to improve myself because I wanted to feel better with myself, better with my body, and not even for other people, just for me because oh I was very skinny and all that, and
Insecure also.
yeah, I was secure with with
Feel.
my body. So one day I just started training, and I saw my body, and I start being disciplined, going to train, even that it's raining, even that I sick. My mom was like, "If you're sick with flu, you don't need to go to train." I just like, "No, mom, I'm going to go to the gym. I don't care. I will go." Even that after the training, I was like, "Fuck up. I was dying." But I was thinking like, if I had that mindset in that moment of my life when I was very younger and wanted to be a football player, I couldn't be I couldn't like reach my goal to be a football player because now with the training I'm like, I need to go train, I need to eat my food, even that I don't want to eat, I will do it, you know. So now I have a lot of things going on with myself, like I'm trying to figure out what can I do with my life, how can I be comfortable with myself because I didn't reach my goal that with football. Now I'm thinking about what I'm good at, you know, what can make me even happy in this life, you know, because um, it's very difficult, you know, it's very difficult to reach something. So
It's true.
now sometimes I feel like I'm not doing enough. You know, I just wake up and sometimes I just feel sad because I'm in this point, and but even that I want to do something, but with my life, I'm like, what option can I do? You know. But now I'm watching seeing a lot of option now that I'm deciding to make a step forward and make a change in my life because I'm now like very comfortable where I am. But like they said, it's not good to be
No, it's
too
never.
much comfortable
It's
there.
never. It's never good. Yeah.
So now, after a lot of time, maybe it took me a lot of years, but now I'm deciding to make a step forward and make a choice and see where this way can make me go. You know.
Exactly.
So now, after this trip, after being here with Elias and having a good time, I will make put my things in order and start doing more. You know, so I can make my future like much better. So
Exactly.
yeah,
How about you, man? You chose to be a flight attendant. You must have like a idea behind it because you're gonna be away from home many times. So I think you are actually like maybe trying to escape it some way, like starting something new. Maybe you go somewhere, like you have your job. You fly out to a place. You stay there for a weekend. You fly back, and maybe it feels like something new. Like I can finally start over again. It's not that bullshit anymore in Peru where have
Yeah,
family
exactly.
and they act like it's
Same.
nothing and all these things happened. It did something to you.
Yeah, it's kind of that thing too because you know, um, I really want to do this for me because I don't have to prove anyone. I don't have
Period.
to be. I don't have to. I did do all this for me. I'm lucky that I have my dad and he support me in that way. So I told him that I want to study this, and he said like, okay, if you want, you do it. So now I want to. I'm focused on finish my career and start working. I want to visit a lot of place
make a lot of
and
money.
and make money too
Yeah.
because I like to have my own money. And when I went to Spain, it was like a different world to me, even here now.
Yeah, yeah.
And I fell in love with Spain. And I always say like I want to live here, even if it's not Spain. I don't want to live in Peru. Even if I had my family there, it's like I don't know, it's my
It's
life.
always,
No, it's like
isn't it because maybe your family and everything in Peru reminds me of whatever happened, so you want to start somewhere over where it's you go outside in Peru, everyone knows you. Everyone knows you're the, you're the daughter from a soccer player. You know what happened there, and if you are in Spain or if you are here, you're not thinking about whatever happened in Peru. Maybe that's why you want to leave Peru initially. Because for me, it would also be like a confrontation with myself, because if I go to Peru, that's where everything started. It actually started here. I was born here, but then they went to Peru, and mom went also there, and all everything started, the whole emotional roller coaster. So yeah, I understand you. I also want to move out of Belgium, to be honest, because I feel like that could be finally a chance to create a new me and
Yeah.
just do whatever I want.
Yeah, that's it really, because I don't know, my mom always told me like, if you are not for living in Peru, you need to go out. You cannot be here. You are no. So I really want to do this and finish my career and do whatever I want, and obviously feel happy with me, And I went to hard times, and I think maybe that too is a reason that I want to leave Peru.
I
Yeah.
understand. I understand. Yeah, it's you see, it's giving a lot of emotions. To be honest, it's also still weird because like I'm here talking with my brother and sister, but for me it's also like the third day and actually like the last day because tomorrow I have to go to work and all that stuff. Yeah, to actually get to know them, but it feels like I've known them for years. It's nothing weird, but still it feels weird if I'm gonna edit this video and just make it finished, but because I'm gonna look at you guys sitting here, and before you know it, it's all a memory, and it's just because we know that it happened, that yeah, we can just store it in our memory. But like for me, it made me so motivational, and also it gave me more power and drive and ambition to even push further, because I'm just gonna be honest with you guys, life in Peru is fucking rough. Like to get out of the circle of being in Peru, same with Brazil, same with like all those countries where there's like a lot of poverty. And I told you guys, like, some people here are broke, but like you don't know how it is to be broke. Like those people in
Can see.
Peru, they are making like in euro. How many euros a month?
Um,
Some people, I thought you said like 20 euros or
yeah.
20 euros a month. Can you even imagine? The people here get benefits. It's like 900 euros per month. So whatever I wanted to say is like, the reason why I want this now even more than ever, the YouTube, the trading, everything that I have going on for me in my life, is just because I could fly these two stupid fucks out back again to Belgium whenever we want. They say money doesn't buy happiness, but look at us here. If we wouldn't have any money, we couldn't do any nice things, and they wouldn't be here in the first place. So it's very important to follow your dreams, because with your value comes money. If you give value to the people, then you can make some money out of it. And that's, I think, why I'm going to become so successful later on in life, because I keep on going. There's no break. There's only momentum, and I'm gonna keep going and going and going until I reach the pinnacle, the highest altitude, like in fucking Cusco, Machu Picchu. Yeah. So we're gonna make sure that it's gonna be only the beginning of something new, this video, and there's gonna be a next one, and the next one I know for sure it's gonna be when I'm in fucking Peru. So as always, guys, stay focused, stay blessed. See.
Peace out.